sit down, please, relax. To have the opportunity to be with you, and Superintendent, I can't tell you how proud I am, Alberto. Where are you? Right there. God bless you, and Jim, you too. Some of the biggest school districts in the entire country, not just the state of Florida. And I really appreciate both of you and your kindness and your gratitude. But, you know, the people who stand up here with me now, Alberto and Carol, my beautiful wife, Carol, it's all about you. You know, it really is. It's all about you and their future. That's what it's for. Thanks, folks. That's what it's for. So God bless you and thank you so much. You can smile. It's okay. So what's your name? What is it?
Zenia.
That's right. You made an A. I want to thank God because you know, life is challenging sometimes, but if you have a strong faith and confidence and belief, everything's fine, and everything will be fine. And so I want to thank God. And I want to thank Alonzo. You look up to God, you see Alonzo. And Tracy. It's a great dedication for you both, truly. And Carol and I are very privileged to be with you today and have a small part in being able to celebrate this wonderful school. You know, what greater privilege could there be than to have an institution of learning named for both you and your beautiful bride. So thank you so much for letting us be with you. And Alonzo, you're a Georgetown Hoya, aren't you? Is that why these colors of the Sharks are the colors that they are? Well, I got something else to tell you. Carol, why don't you come up here for a minute, please, if you would. Yeah, please, don't be shy. Alonzo, my wife is a Georgetown Hoya, too. So we love the Sharks colors, right? This is the First Lady of Florida and the light of my life, my beautiful wife, Carol. I might get detention for that. I don't think you're allowed to do that in school, Julio. But to Julio and Luis and Marcelo and Rudy, these four men, the four horsemen that came with us today from the legislature and voted right on this, God bless them. God bless you, gentlemen. Can never thank you enough. Really appreciate your service. But I just want to thank the people. Alberto, you said it well. We live in an amazing democracy. The greatest country on the face of the planet, this blessed America. Perla, as you know, one of my favorite school board members in the world, Perla Henry. But I love all the school board members. I got to tell you, I'm so proud of you. The reason I got involved in government, initially, it was sparked an interest in it when I was about 9 years old, as my father served on the school board in Pinellas County. And it really created a sensitivity in me for education and educators and the important work that you all do. So thank you so much for all that you do. And I have 3 sisters that I love dearly. And 2 of them have been public school teachers right here in Florida. And I am a proud product of Florida's public school system and our state university system, Florida State. So I understand public education, I do. But this bill, there were good parts to it. There were good parts to it. You know, I think rewarding merit is a good thing to do, but it's got to be done right. You know, the fundamental of our country is that, as Abraham Lincoln said, government should always be of the people, by the people, and for the people. And thank God the people spoke up. Yeah, that deserves applause. Abe was a pretty smart man. Lincoln was a great man, and he understood that you had to have faith in the people and respond to them and react to them, and most importantly, listen to them. You know, God gave me 2 ears and just 1 mouth, and I try to respect His ratio and listen twice as much as I talk. And it's amazing that if you're willing to simply listen, how much smarter you can get, how much wisdom you can glean from other people if you're just willing to sincerely and genuinely listen to them. And when they detect that they're not being listened to, you frustrate them. And they feel, you know, blocked out of the system. And that's not right. That's part of the frustration, I think, that we see in our country today. And I don't care what party you are. You know, we saw a health bill go through, we saw an education bill go through here. And the most important thing that people who do what I do, in my line of work, public service, is to always remember and never forget that the people are the boss. That's who you work for. But for you, we don't serve, nor should we. I mean, that's just a very simple equation. And so I just want to thank the people more than anything. I want to thank you so much for caring, for being engaged, for participating. We got over 132,000 communications in our office, and some of them were very passionate. And I appreciate the passion. It's important to do so, because it made a difference. Your voice was heard. I'll wrap up. And, you know, we are so blessed, our system of government. Our founding fathers were so smart and so wise, and that they set up 3 branches of government. You know, and we have a wonderful branch that tells us what's right and wrong in the judiciary. We have a great branch with great members of the House and the Senate, the legislative branch, and they also created the executive branch. And, you know, what they did is they decided that the executive branch would have the opportunity to be a check and balance. They're all check and balances on each other to make sure that the right thing comes out at the end. And, you know, thank God for that. But thank you so much for letting us come by. Carol and I are very, very pleased to be here. Go Hoyas, that's for you, Alonzo. Tracy, did you go to Georgetown too? Well, go Howard. There you go. But today, go Sharks. Go Sharks. Great school, great dedication. Great people. God bless you, and God bless the people of Florida. Thank you so very much.